I'm Dr. A. Babu, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Societies Group of Institutions, Integrated Campus, Hyderabad. Estimation, quantity surveying, and valuation. Contracts, types of contracts, condition of the contracts. What are the different type of contracts? Lump sum contract, and a unit contract, lump sum contract, schedule contract. There are many different types of contracts. In contracts, the agreement is a legal agreement. That is a legally valid agreement before starting the construction or project of the building, any structure, any type of structure, either it may be dam or project or commercial building, residential building, whatever it may be. The contract conditions and specifications are very important, and schedule rate of the items also important. In lump sum amount, after studying, the contractor will consider and will ask for some lump sum amount to complete that work as per the drawings. There should not be any major changes in that construction. So that's why if any changes are there, how to do? Then lump sum and schedule rate, that is other type of contract. So whenever increasing, suppose a room, extra room, or flooring may be different. So these are all I would consider from schedule of rates while they are they starting before the construction, and those are all included in the agreement. By open tender system, the contractor will get that contract. So in that one, everything will be mentioned. Here I'm going to explain unit cost of contract. What is unit contract is based on unit put place rather than single price. Instead of single price, the payment is calculated at the specific rate for each item, such as cubic yard and concrete time of quality put in place. See, particularly for example, excavation, what is the amount for cubic done, and what is the rate for excavation? So for footings, what is the quantity required in yard or cubic meters? That amount is very different amount. So that they have to pay. Similarly, the contractor quotes an owner price for a particular task or scope of work. Through at the time of contract, the parties may not know the actual number of the units of work to be completed. See, at the time of contract, you will mention for concrete items so and so rate, I will do it. For brickwork, I will so much amount. So in this way, they will declare initially in the contract agreements. Okay. Consequently, the owner does not have an exact final price till the project finalizes, because after finalize only you will come to know what is the total cost, because you may increase parapet wall or structure specification, plastering, like that. There are many items. This type of contract is normally utilized where the quality of work can't be established, such as civil engineering construction projects, where excavation of shale and rocks are involved. See, wherever weak soil, that is required more work. See, generally contractor will not go in such a work because the cost will be more. In fact, the cost foundation will be more, the footing of the foundation, the more. Yeah, that's why this basic important is wherever weak soils, so that item is different. So in this way, you will do the that first excavation footing, that is unit wise price. After putting, say, up to plinth level one item, then brickwork or columns, like that. These are different items unit wise. And contractor will get the amount after completing the work. Suppose excavation completed, the as per unit base, the owner or author concerned authority will pay that amount by verifying the that construction is in the plans. Okay, and unit cost contract provides more flexibility in differences in field quantity, and because of this it is always used on heavy and highway construction contracts. See, this is very important point in the contracts. Generally, what will happen wherever when in a highway construction, I'll vary from place to place, from say 100 meters to say 10 meters to 10 meters, the soil will vary. So that's why the cost may be more somewhere, somewhere you will get less cost. So whenever you will get good soil or good condition, rocky soil, the conditions cost will be different. Where weak soils, the conditions unit wise. So this has a flexibility. Okay, this is having flexibility. That's why this is very useful in heavy and highway construction of contract and in the major projects. Okay, where you need copper dam or clay siles. So these are very useful, and in general, in highway construction, unit cost contracts are accepted generally. This is one of the important contract in highways. All rules and regulations specifications mentions as unit cost in the agreement while tendering the project. Associate General Contracts of Contractors, that is AGC. What is Associate General Contracts? It states that this type of contract is hardly used for entire project and most applied when contract with subcontracts, which identification different quantities are matter of important, and they are commonly used for repair and maintenance work. See, associate general contracts. Generally, what will happen when you suppose, for example, see, if you see construction work, excavation, see excavation for a different type of labor, and the labor will control by one person. He will give you subcontract because everyone is under working under a contractor is not possible. And Mesri, yeah, no, one administrator is give that work, and as per drawing, contract will suggest to complete that work, and I will give so much amount for this completion of work. In that way, you will contract. Similarly, carpenter, because contractor will not do every work, so sometimes it happen that he will give subcontract. Suppose ceiling work, total ceiling work, you will use somebody expert in ceiling. So painting work, who are expert in painting. So he will look after that work. And generally, these are very important in the repair and maintenance work. So this Associate General of Contracts is very important generally in repair and maintenance of works. For this reason, it is not particularly used for most private building projects except part of lump sum or cost plus contract applied to select component of works of item such as dirty removal or fill, finish, hardware. See, this is not very useful in all, because you have to contract, subcontract all different persons. That's why. So the contractor will have his own persons, and these are useful in removal of dirty, that to leveling of soil and removal of dirty, and to fill, finish, and hardware. These are all different item, and cost plus contract apply to selected components of work of items. So you do this work and you complete by by imposing, by applying your own methods, and you complete this work. This is your responsibility to complete. In this way, I will give so much amount after actual cost to some percentage of cost, or cost plus contract. Okay, so lump sum. Otherwise, I will give you 10,000 goodwill for you, and you complete your this level of this basement level of tomorrow, due to subcontract. Like that, this is a uh, useful in these ways. So this is one of the important contract. And I explain once again, EGC is general contracts. State thus this contract is wholly used for the entire project, is mostly applied when contract with subcontractors. Contracting with subcontractors, okay? Which identification of different quantities, different general items matter importance. There is importance. There are exports. See, wood. One contractor will do export in wood. Okay, so he will look after the woodwork, and he will complete the interiors. Flooring also. What will do generally? Will pay per square meter, that is square feet here. Otherwise, you will give contract to some person. He will do all. He will check all the area what have to be done, and he will complete the work as a subcontractor. In this way, this is very useful, and we'll discuss some more types in the next video. Thank you all.